There it is.
Hey.
Good afternoon, all you lovely people out there. Nice to see you
man.
all today for this Adobe Express session for Black History Month. I'm the host of the most, but the guest with the best is Mr. Mikey.
I like that.
I like that. Someone said it on one of my live streams the other day, and I thought, wow, I'm going to nick it. And I just did. I just told everyone. How you doing, Mr. Mikey?
Yeah, very good, man. Very good. How are you?
Yeah, very well, thanks. It's a privilege to have Mr. Mikey here for Black History Month.
Thanks
a little known fact is me and Mr. Mikey used to teach together back in the day in London town, and now Mr. Mikey is all the way in.
I'm all the way in Shenzhen, China, so a little bit far away from where you guys are now.
Yeah, and he's burning the midnight oil to come and join us today for Black History Month. So, a few little housekeeping rules before we get going. Don't forget that on these sessions, we're going to be kind of going back and forwards between myself and Mikey, showing you things on the screen to do. If you need to pause us at any time, just pause us. That's absolutely fine. Would you be offended, Mr. Mikey?
Absolutely not. I might need to pause this myself while I try and keep up with you, to be honest with you.
There you go. If only we could. But yeah, you can pause us whenever you like and then just catch up and then keep going and that kind of thing. So just, take it at your own pace. That's absolutely fine. Second rule is that you get swag. If you complete your challenges today, you get swag. And then the third rule is you get VIP swag if you go and teach other people the skills that Mr. Mike is showing you today. And that gets you VIP swag, which is very, very
This is
exclusive.
not a skill, by the way.
That's not a skill. It's just pure celebration. That's what it is. Okay, right. Let's have a quick look at what we're doing today. So if you need this page, it's a good one to have. Then you can go to bit.ly/expressbhm Black History Month. If you've got an iPad or anything that does QR codes, you can scan that and it will take you through to this page. But otherwise, bit.ly/expressbhm. Do say hello in the comments if you can. Always nice to hear from you. It's always really nice to hear from you. Otherwise, it's just like we're talking to ourselves, even though we can see that there are 12 schools with us today, which is really nice. Okay, yeah, not bad, eh? Not bad at all. Right. Challenge number 1. Create a graphic which celebrates inspirational Black people. Use examples below or research your own. So I've got a little example here of Rosa Parks and Benjamin Zephaniah. If you click on that, this will open up. It gives you some quotes there, gives you a little bit of sort of intro for Rosa Parks when she rejected a bus driver's order to give up a bus seat to a white man in Montgomery, Alabama. And it sparked the Montgomery bus boycott, which is a very, very cool thing. And then Benjamin Zephaniah, British Jamaican Rastafarian writer and dub poet. Love his stuff. Right. Mr. Mikey, tell us some of your, sort of inspirational Black figures.
All right, so I have quite a bit of a list, actually. Stephen Bartlett's probably one of the most recent one. I absolutely love his podcast, I Have a CEO. Have you been watching any of that?
Yeah, I have. Listened to it all the time, yeah.
An inspirational young Black man. And then Mo Farah, obviously the legend, long-distance runner. I tossed and turned about doing him, but I'm actually this week going to go with Lewis Hamilton.
Oh, nice. Lewis Hamilton. Yeah, he's a good one because he is very... I was going to say outspoken. That's not the right word.
Proactive.
He's very proactive. Yeah, that's the one. Proactive about, what he thinks and what he feels. And I'm a big fan for sure.
Yeah, brilliant.
Another one that you had was Kiki Onwende. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah, that was your challenge from last week to this week. You're going to make one on Kiki Onwende. Yeah,
so she's an award-winning founder of I think it's Black Young Professionals Network, and also she was also an ex-Great Britain javelin thrower. I mean, what a skill!
There we go.
Yeah,
you just taught me that before. I didn't know that.
There you go. That's challenge number 1. We're going to create graphics on that, and then challenge number 2, you're going to turn that graphic into a video. Now, if you're on iPads here, you will be doing it slightly different to us, but I think there's only one school here that have asked to use iPads, and they've also got Chromebooks as well. Now, if you're that school, might be easier on challenge number 2 to switch over to Chromebooks and maybe pair people up and things like that. Otherwise, you can create a more basic video using the Spark Video app. That's absolutely fine. Right. I think it's time to get going. Yeah, we've waffled for 5 minutes, or rather, I've waffled for 5 minutes. So let's get going. Do you know, I always get told off for waffling, so I've got to stop the waffle.
Really? Yeah,
Right.
I quite like the waffling. It's good.
Honestly, teachers email me after the session and they say, love the session. You don't half waffle. All right, no problem. So I'm going to press the plus here. And then you can see down in this little drop down here, you've got square. That's where I'm going to go. You don't have to do that, but I would say that probably for the purposes of this, you might as well follow along. So let's go square. Okie dokie. Right. Mr. Mikey, first thing we should do, what is it?
Change background color. Put a background color in.
I love how enthusiastic he was, but he's wrong. He's wrong. First thing we should do is rename our file. Why is that, Mr. Mikey?
But I do this all the time, and I think me forgetting that is kind of testament to how often I do this. But yeah, you end up not saving it at the end, and then you have a bunch of random saved files that you can't find the right one because they haven't got names. I'm actually going to do that right now myself. Lewis Hamilton, thank you very much for the reminder.
There you go. Good man. Yeah, he's not wrong. I've got all sorts of things in my files just called untitled. And then I search for them and I think, where is it?
Oh my gosh, terrible.
Right. Now, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just pop over here, show this tab instead, and go over here. Now, what you might be able to see down here, for example, if I just open this up, you can see that there's a little video tutorial on how to do this. It's quite simple, really. This is an old one. I'm going to do an updated version because everything in Express has changed. But basically, we're looking at 4 sections here. 2 photos, and then we've got 2 quotes as well. So if we go back here, go to grids on the left-hand side, click grids. Now, what I'm looking for is just these 4 squares here. You pop it in there. That's great. And what I normally do is like bring it up into the top left and then drag it out in the bottom right. And that pretty much is exactly center. There we go. Beautiful. So, yeah, very professional. Because it used to be you could actually start from making a collage, but now grids is better. There's more flexible. There's more flex. Let's just say there's more flex.
I like it.
Okay. Now, next thing I'm going to do is, if I just get rid of that and share this again, if you go down to the bottom of this page, you'll see that you've got pictures down here. So I think I've actually already got these downloaded, but just to show you how to do it, you can click on a picture. Now, it'll be different. You won't be able to see it on my screen because I'm sharing a tab instead of my whole screen so you can hear the sound. But basically, right-click it somehow. Right-click it somehow, and then you'll get the option to save the image. Okay? So I'm just going to save. My first one is Rosa Parks. Now, you can't see me doing that. But anyway, it is happening. And then the next one, if I go, that's Benjamin Zephaniah. So I'm going to right-click him, save image, and I'll just put Zephaniah just to make it easier. You can't see me doing this, but I am doing it.
He is doing it, honestly.
Yeah, I'm going to leave that one because actually I think I'm going to use a stock image for when I'm needing this kind of image. But then the last one here, I'm definitely going to do this. I'm right-clicking it. I'm saving the image, and this can be Rosa Parks too. Okay, so I've got all those images now. I've saved them all. Okay, so if I go back in here, I've got my grid, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click. The grid gets highlighted. Now, you can change things like the padding and stuff like that, but yeah, don't really need. Just keep it around about there so it looks all the same. Click once, it highlights the grid. Click again, and it highlights a square within the grid, okay? So what I'm going to do here is, because that image is selected, I'm going to go up here on the left-hand side, and there's this little... Oh, hang on. I've been sharing things and you haven't been able to see.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, goodness. Great unprofessionalism. Let me
show
you again.
Start again, shall we?
Right, you got your grid up. Select it once, select it again, and this square will come up. Oh, I'll never live it down. And then you got replace in the top left there. Let's go there. And now it says upload from device. Now, if I click that, it gives me the box where I'm uploading all my work from. Now, you won't see it, but I'm selecting Rosa Parks' first one. Right, and you can see it just pops in there, easy peasy. And now you can select it again, and you can, make it slightly bigger because it is quite narrow. There's some like little white stripes down the side, so I'm going to get rid of those, but make sure that Rosa Parks' head is definitely in there. I don't mind taking off some of the sleeves as long as I've got all of that info in there. That's good. That's one. And then I think on the other side here, click once, click again, highlights the bottom right grid. You can choose the top left, bottom right, whatever you want. I go to replace again here, upload from device. It's bringing up my file browser here. You can't see that. But if I click Zephaniah, put that one in there. And what I'm going to do is do one for Rosa Parks, one for Benjamin Zephaniah. Right. Mikey, let's get you there. Let's see where you're at. Add to stage. Mr. Mikey, what's going on?
All right, so I've just gone for the colors of the car because I want to keep with the theme of Lewis Hamilton. I believe these are the colors. What I did actually to find those colors was, let me go back here. I made a little ink dropper. That's not right. Formula One car. What I did was oh, there it is. Opened up a little tab because I wanted the correct colors. So when I had my shape here, what I did was I clicked fill because that's the color I want to fill it with. And then I took them straight from, look at that. Oh, could you see that? No?
Yeah, nice.
Straight from, there you go. So I took the colors from the car, from the website, and then I've got the official Mercedes Petronas colors for my grid. That's where I'm up to so far. I've just saved a couple of images of Lewis Hamilton.
Right, very nice.
Put on my grid. So I'm going to put those in and find some quotes.
Cool. Okay, so while Mikey finds some quotes, let's go back here. Right, so I've already got my quotes. They're all over here. If you wanted to get that, you can click on the page, the challenge page, which I showed you before, Express, bit.ly/Express BHM, Black History Month. And what I might do is I might get a quote like this one. I would like to be remembered as a person who wanted to be free so other people would also be free, which I think is a really interesting quote. If you look at this, picture, is basically a mugshot with a, number, and, she's putting herself out there in a way that nobody else had ever done to make sure other people were free. I just think that is just incredible. Right. So I want to put my quote on the right-hand side of this grid. So click once, click twice. My top right image is highlighted. Now I'm going to delete that. So now I've just got an empty white space, which is great because I can click text on the left-hand side, go to add your text, and then paste it in there. Now, obviously, this text is massive, massive. So I'm going to just use the corners to drag it down and put it in there. Now, there are different things that you can do with this. One of the things that I do like to do, is use these text layout buttons, because if you click the second one, it makes it look like that, which is kind of cool.
Very cool.
And you can move the box around so it's slightly different, however you want, just by grabbing a corner. So that one's good. But I am going to make sure, click back. I'm going to make sure that this text is nice and central, around about there. But you can also go to recommended fonts and change it to something like this, for example. I think that's quite cool. Yeah, just keep on playing around, see what you get. That's nice. I like that one. It's in italics. That's good. Right, so I'll pop that up there. Then what I'm going to do, and this is a bit of a cheat. Well, is it a cheat? I just think it's good workflow, personally.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Mr. Mikey's all about good workflow.
A good cheat. Very good.
Yeah, why not? So I'm going to go to the bottom left this time, select it by pressing twice, get rid of that. Now go back up to my first one there, because what I want to do is I want to get the same sort of size. I want to get the same sort of font. I want to get the same sort of weight of font. So this is Source Sans Pro Black Italic. But rather than having to go through and sort it all out and all the rest of it, I just press duplicate up here. Drag this one down. Now, of course, this is a Rosa Parks quote, not a Benjamin Zephaniah quote. So let's go to Black History Month, share that tab instead. Go and get a Benjamin Zephaniah quote. And I'm going to get this one. What we need is a culture of peace. We must become that new generation of peacemakers. So rather than that text, what I have to do is highlight it now, paste it in, and I just get a new kind of version. Looks exactly the same. It looks great. You just stick it in there. I like it. Right, you ready for us to share? Or shall I do a bit, or shall I put some more stuff in, Mr. Mikey?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, sure.
Cool. Let's have a look at what Mr. Mikey's done here. Oh,
Not bad,
very
eh?
sweet.
That looks good.
Yeah,
Now, what I
nice.
really like about this actually, and I didn't realize this until I was sort of tinkering around this week, but let me pull up my second picture. But this is great. This should be something that these guys are promoting very heavily. I've taken a picture of Lewis Hamilton. It goes in like that. I click on that picture, double click. No, just one time click on that picture. And look at that. Hit that remove background button. Let's see if this works out well.
Very cool. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Nice.
Background's gone.
Very good, isn't it?
Yeah, it fits in nicely on my grid there. I like that.
Yeah, very cool. And tell us what you've done with your shapes, because you basically, is that what you've done? You've got like sort of 3 shapes in here.
I've taken 3 triangles. This is the shape in the top corner here. I took them from Elements.
Yeah.
I searched what I was looking for, triangle. I took these triangles and then I've just put them around. So actually you can see this triangle is huge, but I've just moved it around to fit where I want it to be.
And you've also got like an outline on your triangles.
The triangle has an outline on it, as you can see here. And then if I want to, I can change that triangle outline just here where it's got a border. I could make that a slightly different green. That probably hasn't worked very well there. Let's try that.
Very nice.
And then
yeah, that's nice. It's nice. And it's also got that kind of sort of edgy Formula One style of kind of vibe.
Exactly. That was that was what I was hoping for. Edgy Formula One vibe.
Exactly that. And where are you thinking that you're going to put your quotes somewhere there?
Right at the top here, I'm going to put my quote. So I'm trying to find a good quote here. There's so many of them. Look at this guy. Very quotable. Wow. So I'm going to find a good one that sort of works with a little bit less with Formula One and a little bit more with the Black History Month. And then I'll throw that in at the top.
Cool. Right. While you're quote hunting, let's move on here. So I've got my 2 images. I've got my quotes in there. Next thing I want to do is actually just attribute those quotes to people. So I can go to text again, add my text, and I can just put Rosa Parks. Now, I'm just going to put that underneath. You can see that it's giving me the pink line there. Now I'll make it smaller, not because I want to make it less important, just because I don't want to take away from the quotes. And then I'll pop it in there, and then I'll probably go to recommended fonts and then just see if there's something that kind of makes me think, you know what, that's a good one. I kind of like that, actually. That works well. And again, same trick as before. I'm just going to go here. So get out of my recommended by pressing the X and then select Rosa Parks, duplicate it, because if I bring it down here, pop it in there, then I've got the same size, same font, and then I can just put Benjamin Zephaniah in there. And what I really like about that is it's all very balanced. You know, the fonts are similar. Well, the fonts are exactly the same in the quotes. The fonts are exactly the same in the names. And we've just got a lot of nice balance going on there, which is really cool. Now, other things you can do if you wanted to is, you know, double click a couple of times to select the image. You could go down to effects. You could colorize things. You could put a tint on it because actually that's quite an old photo. You know, it would have been from 1955. So, you know, you could put a tint on there, which is quite cool. And then Benjamin Zephaniah, if you wanted to, you could put an effect on there as well. Although I think, to be honest, that photo is so good that I'll just leave it as it is. So that's me done with mine. I am going to show you in a second how you can duplicate that really easily and then just to put another couple in. But maybe it's time to go over to Mr. Mikey.
Yeah, let's do it.
What's he done? What's he done?
Look at that, hey?
Yeah, nice.
Pretty pleased with that.
Yeah, I think you should be.
You know, one thing I realized last time was that I think I tried to overcomplicate it. And what you've done there with a nice, simple design this year, not too many things going on. I think it works. Keep it simple. Yeah,
I like it. I like it a lot. And Kyle's in the background. Kyle's one of our other presenters from Adobe, the world famous Kyle T. Webster. Dynamic text is a lifesaver. Yeah, I've used it. Mikey's used it. So yeah, big thumbs up there. If you want to make your text look good, get it on there. Yeah, I really like that. That works really well. Very strong, isn't it? It's very strong. It's something about that downwards diagonal.
Yes.
You know, and sort of splitting with the colors behind Lewis Hamilton that makes it really strong. And you've also got strong in the quote.
I was going to say, I wonder what's making you use that word there, strong. But yeah, subliminal messaging.
I know. Hey, one of the things you could do is you
Yeah.
can subliminal messaging. You're absolutely right. If I go back here, I mean, Mikey can do it as well, but let's go back here. And, you know, I could highlight free, and then I could give it, you know, a different type of, you know, I could give it a different color or something like that. Let's go fill, custom. Let's go like, you know, if you wanted to, you could highlight that and, you know, do things to those words. Custom, go back to my dropper, make sure it's the same yellow. Was it yellowy green? You know, that kind of thing. That's dead easy to do. Right. Yeah. While we're playing around with that, you can play around with doing your words as well. But I'm going to show you now how it's so easy to take something like this and you think, I've got another couple of quotes I want to do, which is great, but I don't want to start from scratch again. I've got your back. Don't you worry about it. Press add in the top right there. And then you see down here, it says duplicate. Click that. Boom. Got exactly the same thing here now. You can see there's page 1. You can see the little arrows down here if you hover over. Well, actually, it hasn't got to hover over because that's the first one. It's on the right-hand side now. Go to page 2. Now, what the best thing about this is, all I have to do now is, if I want to go back to this tab, for example, and I could grab, you know, I knew someone had to take the first step, and I made my mind not to move. This is in when she refused to give up her bus seat to a white man in Alabama, sparking the Montgomery bus boycott. So therefore, if I'm on page 2 of my project here, I could go into this text here, select it all. I'm doing like Command and A to do that. You might do Control and A, whatever. Or you can just or you can click and drag to highlight it all, and then paste in my new one. Very nice. Make it a bit bigger. There's a double quote in there for some reason. There we go. Nice. And then that changes it immediately. Oh, I've done it again.
You did
it again. And no, I did it again. Right, let me just go through this again. Highlight the text that you want to change. I've got my quote, my second quote. Oh man. And then I make sure I've got it all there. I paste it in. I've got exactly the same thing. It's looking good. I can just move it into the right place. It's still Rosa Parks. On the left-hand side, I've got this image here. Click twice to get in there. And then go to replace over here. Upload from device. This is bringing up my file. My file browser here. You can't see it, but I'm selecting Rosa Parks 2 now. In. Nice. And then I can click it and then just move her over ever so slightly. So we still got the guy in the background. Possibly, I don't think that's the same guy. Well, it won't be the same guy, but, you know, suggesting that might be the person who she refused to give up her seat for. And then I can do exactly the same thing for Benjamin Zephaniah as well. Share this tab. The other one is the planet is for everyone. Borders are for no one. It's all about freedom. Go back here. Make sure I share this tab so I'm not just saying things without being able to see it. And then paste it in. Nice. Still Benjamin Zephaniah. Select the image on the right-hand side. Go up to replace again. And this time, rather than uploading from device, I'm actually going to say, I'm going to search for planet Earth and see what I get. Lovely. Love it. And then I can get whichever one I think is the most appropriate. Maybe, I think maybe this third one here. And it just swaps it out. So now I've got page 1. Where is it? There it is. Rosa Parks, Benjamin Zephaniah. Page 2, Rosa Parks on the bus. And then more of an image which explains what Benjamin Zephaniah is actually saying. So there you go. Easy peasy. What have you got for us, Mr. Mikey?
I'm going to have a little go at Mo Farah. So I've saved a couple of pictures. This one here, and I think this nice one here with he's doing the heart thing. I'm now going to change my colors to red, white, and blue to represent the Union Jack. I'll find a quote.
Have you already duplicated that page then?
I've already duplicated it. Look at this. I've got a second
nice.
page, 2 pages.
Oh, nice.
Looking good, eh? So I reckon give me 30 seconds, maybe a minute, and I'll have that looking pretty good there.
Yeah, no worries. Right. Let's give him 30 seconds challenge for him to do that. Now, other things. Let me tell you what I'll do while we're waiting to have a look at Mikey's. I'll show you how to download things and share things. Now, bear in mind that we've got 2 pages in here now. Okay. Page 1, page 2. Now, you can press download in the top there. You can go selected page or all pages. Okay. If it's all pages, they'll give you a zip file, which means you're kind of packing it into one place. Or you can just go for one single page, selected page, download it. Okay, there it is. It's doing its thing. And you can see it's called Black. You can't see it, but yes, you can't see it. But because we named it Black History Month, the file is called Black History Month. And because it was page 2, it's Black History Month 2. So that's really interesting because it's really easy to save. And then the other thing is share. Press share in the top right. You can invite people, invite collaborators, and you can work on it together in real time, which is nice. Also could be chaotic as well, depending on who you're paired with. You can send it to Google Classroom, Microsoft Teams, or you can publish it to the web. Now, this is where there's something new, okay? So this is saying at the moment it's going to do a web link, and it's going to be a web link which shows you both pages because you can see you've got the 2 tick boxes. But if you're like, well, do you know what? I only want to publish the second page. Remove the tick box from one page, and then you can press publish link if you're happy with the title. But you've also got this one that says allow others to remix. So let's go down there, click that on, publish the link. Now, this is very useful for teachers. Hopefully, the teacher in the room is saying, ooh, fancy. I like that. That's what we want, because once we get our link, I will show you 5, 4, 3. There we go. Did it in less. Copy that link. And then if I open this up in a new page and share this tab, I've got my downloaded graphic. It's being published, but also down the bottom right says remix this design. You can click that. It'll open up a copy in your own window. It won't ruin the copy that the person who made it, and you'll be able to do what you want with it. So it's a great one for challenging each other to level up and do some better work from something that you've created yourself. Mikey, you're on. Oh, look at it.
Just finished. Check that out. There we go.
Nice. You love a remove background tool, don't you?
I love it. I'm surprised at how clean it is. Look at it. Look how good it is. Let me stretch this picture out for you a second. It's clean. And this was a stadium of people behind him. I might even leave that real big. Bring this text.
Yeah, why not?
There you go. Oh,
yeah, that's very nice.
In the front. There you go. Let's make
very cool.
Yeah, I'm happy
what Mikey
with
was doing there with the layers was good. So what did you have to do with the layers there to get that text to appear?
Right now, for some reason, my mouse has stopped working. So on the there we go. Look. On the right-hand side, you can see here all your layers here. Here's my triangles that make up the background, my quote. But I wanted this Mo Farah one was behind his hand, so you can't see his Mo Farah. Looks like Va Farah. So I'll bring that to the front. There we go. Now it's above the hand or over the top of the hand, and we can see who it is. And I'll make him a little bit small. Oh, maybe we'll leave him about there. Otherwise, it looks like he's having a good smell of his own armpit.
Yeah, we can't do that to Sir Mo Farah, can we? That would just be mean.
I tell you what, I'm happy with those two. Nice and simple. They look good. They look clean. The disappearing background thing is incredible for me.
Yeah, exactly. And actually, what I really like about Mikey's stuff, he's got consistency of style. He's kept the style in there, which is really good. So you can just get, you can do that for as many people as you like and just keep going. Right. That's challenge number 1 done. So what are we going to do next? We're going to go and have a look at this tab now. And remember to share the second tab. And here we've got challenge 2. Turn your graphic into a video. Add an extra scene or 2 and give it a soundtrack to make it into something epic. So there you go. We're going to make it into something epic. It's going to be easy peasy. Right. So let's go back to this one. Now, you might be thinking, well, what we're going to do here then is we're going to press the big A in the top left and get out of here and go and create a video. No, we're not.
No way.
I'm throwing a curveball out there. Buckle up because we're going to go fast here. So
I need to
don't
watch
forget you can
it.
pause at any time. Yeah, no, let's watch. Like Mikey showed us before, and he'd created 2 pages, and I've got 2 pages in here as well. I've got this one, I've got that one. What we can do here is we can, for example, if you're like, do you know what? I want to make a video using something like this page here. Well, you can go to add. Now you can create a video immediately, but then you will lose that as a graphic. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. No. I'm going to go to duplicates. So I've got another version of that page. And now, dead easy just to turn this into a video. How are you going to do that? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to start off by going over to media over here. And then we're going to go to audio. And what we're going to do, we're going to search for a track. Okay, we're going to search for a soundtrack. I'm going to make this into a video just by adding a soundtrack. Simple as that. And I think lo-fi. I'm going to search for lo-fi. I like it.
Are we studying here? Are we studying a bit of lo-fi?
We are studying with a bit of lo-fi. I do actually use that, you know. Do you use it?
I do, yeah. I think it's very popular at the minute.
Yeah, very good music to study to, I must admit. Ambient lo-fi beat. This one here. Let's see what it's like. This is the one. This is the one, people. Let's get it in there. Right. And you'll immediately see you've automatically got yourself a video now. This is turned into a video timeline. You can make it, you can hide it down there. But then if you want to edit it, you can. So how are we going to do this? Well, this is where you're going to roll your sleeves up because we're going to get right into the mud now. So you've got lots of different elements on this page. You've got image elements like this one. You've got text elements like this one, more text elements, more text elements, more text elements, and you've got another image here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this first image here. Okay. And what I'm going to do with that is add on this show layer timing thing here. Right. Now what you'll see is that you've got Rosa Parks, picture of her, and at the moment she is lasting from the very start of this scene right to the very end of this scene. Okay. What I want is I want to make this scene a lot longer. So I'm going to grab this whole thing at the bottom, stretch it out. Let's say about 10 seconds. That's good. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring Rosa in around about, let's say, about a second in. So I've got 9 seconds on her there. Okay. And so what happens if I bring my playhead? That's this thing here. What happens if I bring my playhead all the way to there? Well, you'll see that. Cool. Now, she pops in, and that's fine. But I don't want her to pop in. I want her to animate in. And I'm going to go in, and I'm going to go fade. And I'm going to make it about 2-second fade. Personality soft. I'm yet to see how these personalities really, perfectly honest. But let's just say soft. Let's go soft. And then I can go back. Yeah. And then nice the way it kind of comes in. It's all dreamy. And then what I'm going to do is, I mean, it's kind of it's a very quick process once you get going. Select the second element. And what I'm going to do now is I want that to come in after Rosa. Okay. So I'm going to put it in around about, let's say about 8 seconds. So Rosa came in. That. Right. But here again, going to go to animation, going to go to come in. I'm going to go to maybe drop. And maybe the duration here will be like a second, something like that. Bring the playhead back to the starts. Okay. But then you'll just go through this process And what you're doing now is you're going to move this Rosa Parks one along, and you can see the dots. And that's basically saying this is where your other things are coming in. So maybe if you want to space it out, you can space it out quite nicely. Nice, I like it. Maybe just bring it back to like 7 seconds, something like that. Around about there is fine. And again, the animation in this one might I'm going to do this one. Maybe fade this one as well. Duration about a second. Yeah, fine. Just play around. And did you hear where the beat came in? Let me just, I mean, we're not kind of beat matching here. I'm not going to go too crazy, but I want it to sort of be on like a loop where it's like image, quote, person who said the quote. So image, quote. And then when it just starts again, that loop of the music starts again, that's where I'm going to click the photo of Benjamin Zephaniah. And then I'm going to make sure that he doesn't come in until that beat starts again. And then I'm going to repeat the process again, where it's going to be photo coming in, make sure the animation is the same. Quote comes in, make sure the animation is the same. Person who said the quote comes in, make sure the animation is the same as well. Okay. Mikey, where you at?
Okay. Okay, fine. Have a look at it now. So let me add this animation. So I've already got you can see it just in the bottom of the timeline there. You can see where it starts to fade in with Lewis Hamilton there and here and there. Now I'm going to do something a little bit tricky. So I've got my race car here, which wasn't there before. You'll know.
Oh,
you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to drift it in, and it's going to drift in pretty quickly, and then I'm going to drift it out. Let's see if this works.
Yeah, you're going to the center one there. You're on the looping one. Go to the right-hand side.
Out.
There you go. Out.
And then he's going to drift in and out in that sort of time. Let's see how this works. Let me go back and check this. It's coming in. It's going out the right direction. Let's see how it looks. I'm not sure how it's going to play out. Let's see. Oh, something.
Hang on.
Right. Oh,
yeah, because
I know what I've done.
Yeah,
Say no more.
You know what you're doing.
Say no more.
Yeah.
I need it.
Oh, he's a master. He knows what he's doing. Maybe too short. Too short. Make it a little bit bigger.
Let's see.
Yeah. Class idea. I love it.
Then I'm going to have to move my text a little bit so that it just fades.
Yeah, so there's those dots. Just telling Mikey where he can and can't be.
Let's see.
Oh, nice.
Sort of.
I like it. Yeah. I think you can definitely play around with like the lengths of that, going in and going out.
Absolutely.
And it will work. I was playing around with that yesterday. I was trying to do it with a plane, and it was kind of coming in, and then it was sticking around for a second, then it was going out. So yeah, it does work. You can make that work for sure.
Look at us, guys. Let's see if we can work it out. Oh,
maybe like increase the duration of stuff. Yeah, It's coming in. You can just click on the playhead and move it along slowly and see what's happening.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Let's just do that.
Coming in.
What I need
because it's behind the text.
Because it's behind the text. It actually disappears too quickly.
Maybe bring it down the bottom.
Bring it down here, yeah.
It disappears too quickly.
Yeah, you see here, right? You see here. So it's doing the fade in, but then it doesn't go all the way across the screen.
Right. Okay.
I need to open it all the way up to like here, so that by the time it gets to, no, it's still not going all the way across. But hey, it looks pretty good though.
Because it's a fade in and fade out. It's rather than a movement.
Yes.
So you're kind of limited to what you can do there. But yeah, I was doing exactly the same thing on a live lesson yesterday. I think you got to have that compromise of it's going to fade in and it's going to fade out, but there's not going to be a lot of travel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, there we go. That's where I'm up to at the minute. I think I've done with that one.
Nice. Okay, let me go here. What am I up to here? I've done my Rosa Parks section, right? And then I'm going to go into Benjamin Zephaniah. So let me just play it and see where we're at. Right, so I'm happy with that. It comes in on the beat that I wanted it to come on. So the in loop is going to be a fade and make it a bit slower. Let's bring it out. And that's what roughly there is where I want my text to start. So let's go here, take it all the way to that playhead. And then again here, I'm going to go to go down to animation again. I think this one I did a drop on the other one. Maybe I can do like Mike did, like a drift in. Duration 2.5 seconds. Maybe bring it down a bit. Don't want it to be too long. Personality again. No idea if that actually works. Let's have a look. Let me just go back to here, and then if I click on Benjamin, then I can see where I want this one to come in. So that's, you can see that dot. When I hover over that dot, that's when that one comes in. So I want Benjamin Zephaniah to come in a little bit after that. I'll go about there. And this one, in terms of animation, can come in. And what am I going to do here? I'm going to rise, make him rise. Arise, Sir Benjamin Zephaniah. That looks all good to me. So let me go back to the start and let's see how it's going. So it stops quite quickly there. So what I might do is drag this out and then just check. Yeah, okay. Right, cool. And you can hear there was a kind of like crescendo going on there. So if you wanted to get this graphic in there, the unfortunate thing with this is that you can't actually add this to your timeline. It would be really nice to do that. You could add video to this, but you wouldn't be able to smush those two videos together. But a little sort of hack for doing that is you go down to this scene here, and there's little 3 dots right down in the bottom. If you can see it, there's little 3 dots. Click it, and you could duplicate this. And now the beauty of duplicating it here, rather than being able to take it right from your graphic, for example, is that all the transitions and the animations are in place. Mike is shaking his head. They're just like, no, just this is like Christmas. It's like Christmas. What's going on?
I don't believe it.
What you'll see here is the photo comes in. Right? If I click on that photo, I can just replace it. See up here, replace, upload from device. Now this is going to be my dialog. My file browser box is open. Rosa Parks 2. Boom. It's in there. And then move my playhead along. Text comes in. Not the right text. Go and get my tab. And I knew I had to take the first step. And I made up my mind not to move. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go back here. Click this. Paste in my new text. And then, apart from the colors and things like that, that text comes in, and then Rosa Parks comes in there. So I don't even have to change that one. Easy peasy. And then I can keep on pushing it on. Benjamin Zephaniah comes in, but don't forget, we're not going to use him for this one. We're going to select it, press replace, and here we're going to go for planet. Oh, Plasnet? No, planet. Planet Earth. No, planet. Get it right. And then let's take a different one. I want that one. No, that one. That was the one I want. And then all I've got to do then is change this second quote here. So let's go back to this one. This planet is for everyone. There are no borders. The borders after no one. It's all about freedom. Share this tab. Go back here. Paste that in. And then you'll see that comes in with the animation from before. And Benjamin Zephaniah comes in. And we are done.
Amazing.
Easy peasy. I'm going to play it from the start, and just to show you in all its glory what it's like. Love it.
Fantastic.
Now, I probably want to go in there and just tweak some timings and stuff. You know, some of the timings are quicker than others. So go in there and play around with, you know, your little dots here and things like that. You can see, and just play around with where it comes in and what time it comes in, that kind of thing. And you can roughly see where things are spaced. You know, you can see that like one of the dots further down, whatever this one is. If I go back here, this one comes in a little bit late. So maybe bring that slightly earlier. And then the other thing I would like to show you is in between my scenes, I have a little plus. If I click that plus and go to add transition, a little dissolve, please. You can do push. I'm not a massive fan of the push one. Dissolve is a lot more dreamy. And then when you go over here, you'll see back in. Really happy with that. Mr. Mikey, what have you got going on?
All right, so I'm having an attempt here at, oh no. I just realized that I've been changing the wrong colors. Don't worry, watch this. Easy fix. There we go.
Hey!
So, just hit that back button. Right. I'm going to play this one for you then. Let me bring that. Can I bring that down? There you go. It's a little bit bigger now. So I'll play this first one for you. Oh, let's play it from the beginning so we can see all the transitions.
Yeah, nice.
And let's have a look at this learning opportunity, guys. A learning opportunity for you right now. This elbow is cut off because the picture I placed it with, the Lewis Hamilton one, isn't as wide as I want the Mo Farah one. So I'm going to click on him, crop, and then I believe if I try to make the crop space a little bit bigger, doesn't matter how big I make it as long as it comes outside of those elbows. Yeah. Now Sir Mo Farah has elbows. Which is good, I think, even if you're a long distance runner.
You got to pump the elbows.
There we go. Yeah. So then I just need to change my text. I've changed the text already with the transitions there. I need to change my quote, which is further down here, which I can do. And then I'd like to change the triangles, but when I change them, for some reason, it changed them on this tile and not on this one. So maybe I made some mistake there. But I'm going to have a quick go at that, and then that will be too ready.
Very nice. And then I think the car on the first scene disappears quite quickly. I think you should just have that car drifting in, and then it stops there before Lewis Hamilton. And then what you can do, if you just click on that car, then you'll see how long it carries on for, because it disappears, I think, at some stage.
Oh, yes, it does. Yeah, look at that. So I'll click on that
on the screen. Yeah. You see?
To the end.
Yeah, you see?
That can stay there, can't it?
Mikey James going pro before our very eyes.
Look at this. Adobe Express Pro.
Yeah, I like it. Right. So what kind of things can I show you now? Well, let me drag this back to the start. You could also put in an extra scene. So, for example, you could add a scene here, but then if I bring you see this little slider down here, bring it all the way down, right? Then it's quite easy for you to just grab it, boom, stick it in there, put it at the start. And then, for example, what you could do here is you could do like a little intro slide. And one of the interesting things here is you go to videos, and if you actually go to Black History Month, you do have some pretty cool slides. You know, you could just piggyback off somebody else's work, which is basically the story of my life. And let's go here. I wonder if this will appear all on screen. Yeah, nice. Yeah, it looks cool, doesn't it? Yeah, so that, and it kind of fades out. And then what we can do here is add a transition, add a dissolve. Let's see what it's like when I play it.
Powerful. Emotive.
Emotive. Yep. What I could do is I could just, squash this video back a bit because, it goes on quite a long time. See what this will be like. Yeah, that's nice. I like it. And then if you wanted to, you can add a scene at the end. What have we got? We got some like, what if I put Black History? What do we get? Okay. Yeah, there's some interesting videos in here. Maybe not necessarily very related. What's that one there? Oh, that's quite graphics, isn't it? But you could do something at the end, which is like photos, something like, ooh, yeah, maybe something like this one. Put it in there. Make sure it's covering the screen. Get it right in the middle. Very nice. And this could be your kind of exit scene, and you could do something like put an animation on it, loop an animation. You can see where it's looping now, but it's getting those black lines at the back when it breathes. Let's do that again. You can see it. White lines come in, sorry. Right, so in order to get rid of that, what we can do, so we can make it breathe, but then what I'll do is if I just move this to the side, right, then I could go to elements, then I go to backgrounds. In fact, why don't I just do background color, black, and then put my video back in place. And now what will happen is this thing will breathe. Where am I? That center. Hang on. That center. Now if I test it out. And so we've got a start, little intro that we've borrowed from the stock library. And then we go all the way to the end and make sure there's a transition in there. Add a transition. Dissolve, and then let's see how this one ends. Let's put our playhead there. I'm happy with that. I might actually just play with our transition, just make the duration a bit longer, so it's a little bit dreamier, because that's what I'm all about. And then play it again. Very nice. That's how it works. Let me show you, unless Mikey's ready. It doesn't have to be, because I've got things to show.
Well, I mean, I'm just going to show the same thing, but you're more than welcome to have a look. I think they're both complete now, so
let's have a look.
Start from the beginning.
Oh, I see what you're doing. I see you. I see it. You are seen.
Right. We're not studying to this music, though.
No.
All right.
Oh, nice. Car goes to the end. Nice.
Oh, the gold medal disappeared.
I love the medal. Hey, you can put dissolve in between the scenes as well.
I'm going to put a dissolve in right now. I'm going to stretch my gold medal out to the end, because I'm sure he's got it.
Yeah, that's really nice. It's a nice touch, that.
There we go. Let's have a nice dissolve. Everybody loves a dissolve. Who's using push these days? Push. Crazy. There you go. Now put my dissolve.
Yeah, that's nice. Very slick. Very slick.
Oh, I'm enjoying this.
And yeah, I know. And just to show you just how easy it is, if you were like, do you know what? I kind of prefer Mikey's beat there. I'm going to say, all right, yeah, fine, fair enough. So that mine is 30. If I just go off it, it's 35.7 seconds long. So if I go here and then delete that, right, then I can go back to media, go to audio. And if I'm thinking, do you know what? like sort of like a hip hop beat would be nice.
It
Go to
was.
hip hop. What I need to make sure, though, no, I have no idea. I absolutely hip hop emotion. I would say probably with you, knowing you as well as I do. Hip hop. No, it wasn't that. Don't know him that
First
well.
one.
First one, really?
First one. Yeah.
Yeah, but I need to be different. I can't be just copying you there. Chill hop, neo soul, lo-fi. Yeah. I'm all over that. And the reason why I chose it was because it was longer than 35.7 seconds, which means that I knew it didn't have to loop. So now it's as simple as that. Oh, this is level up. Love it. So therefore, you might want to go back in there and play with your timings, try and get things on the beat and stuff like that if you want to. It's no big deal if you don't. Right. What are we doing now? Well, let me just show you that page 1. Well, actually, I'll do what Mikey did before. If you go up to this little part here and you press on the sort of like stack square, it says view all pages. Right. So you can see my second one is the video. But if I want, I can just move that to number 1 position. Oh, is it going to let me? Yeah. I have to put it there. Okay. You can see when you move things, when the highlight blue line in between the things comes up, that's when it's saying, yeah, you can stick it there now. So I've got video in number 1, graphic in number 2, other graphic in number 3. And then you can just download from here if you like. But I've got 1 selected here because I've just done that. If I want to, I can do 2 selected. I can do 3 selected. And then if I download, it's going to download in PNG and MP4 format. So you're going to do everything at the same time. It also says MP4 settings. Now, what I'm going to say to you is you don't need it to be more than 720 unless you're making something genuinely for Netflix. 720 is going to be fine.
It's a lot.
And yeah, it's still high definition. So that's fine. Let's do that one. And then you'll download it. And then it will bring out all those files and stick them on your machine. Now, if you're downloading video at the same time, there is a lot of squashing going on, a lot of images, a lot of audio, a lot of text, a lot of voiceover, maybe if you've done that, all sorts of stuff. So that will take a little bit of time. Okay. So you have to give it some time. But the other thing that you can do, if I just come out of that just to save time, is you can press share, publish to web. And again, you have the option here to only save your video, take the graphics out by unchecking those boxes, or do a link to them all. And then you can update the link. I've got allow others to remix, update the link. And you can see down here at the bottom, publishing your design. Because I've already published this once. And it is important to say that if you've published it and then you publish something again, if you make a change, if you publish it again, you'll have to update the link to make sure that change is pushed out to the kind of the published version. Alrighty. Mikey, you look like you've got interesting things going on here.
I was trying to put a tile at the front, the same as your 10-second Black History Month one. But if I'm honest, teacher, or Lao Shi, as we say in China, I wasn't really paying too much attention. So
let's have a look. What are you trying to do? Show us.
Well, this one was 53 seconds, which is way too long.
Yeah, it's long, isn't it? Way too long.
So then I thought, right, let me.
Oh, I see.
So I wanted to make like a. So I added another tile here, which would be my. And it was too large, so I cropped it a little bit. But it's not perfect. But I just wanted to. This is just turning into an absolute shambles right now.
Do you know what though? It's important to see that kind of stuff though, because I do stuff all the time like that, and it's just like, oh, that just really didn't work.
Man,
that's all right.
No one's got a problem with that. It's not going to be big enough for the window, which I think is fine. I could just put a black shape behind that, for example.
Yeah.
And then it fills the screen, so that wouldn't be a problem. But I just don't know how to put it onto my video.
How to put a black background on there.
No, how to put this new tile that I've made. That's not right, is it?
Now you got your video in front, I think, which is good.
Yeah. So now it should stay like pretty central.
Nice.
Needs to be a bit smaller still.
Okay.
So now I can really make it small because I've got a black background, so that's no problem. I know that it's central here as well because of the pink lines. So that's good.
Yeah.
But how do I put this? Duplicate headline. How do I put this in front of my, awesome, cool video that I made? How do I add this?
Oh, I see. Right. Yeah, you should have added it in as a new scene.
Should have paid attention, shouldn't I? Should have paid attention in school.
Do you know what, though? I was on a live stream the other week, and I did exactly that same thing.
There you go. What? Not pay attention?
So yeah, don't worry about it. That's how I've learned not to do it again.
Yeah,
I learned not to do it again by doing it completely wrong. Right. Okay. So let me just show you. Once I've published mine, I've got it here. Share published link. I've got that. I've copied it. Now, if I open that up in a new tab, what you've got is my video, but you can see up here page 1 of 3. So this is cool. So it's playing my video here. I've turned this on. Yeah, well, that's all going on. And then page number 2 is my graphic. Page number 3 is my second graphic. So it's all going on. You can publish it one link and it'll have 2 graphics and a video on there. Or you can do it separately. It's completely up to you. Doesn't really matter. All righty. That's that. How'd you say that's that in Chinese, Mr. Mikey?
That's that.
Yeah, that's the end.
Yeah.
We finished.
I don't know actually how to say that's that in Chinese. My Chinese is not that good.
Right. Well, give us something. Give us a phrase that we can learn.
谢谢你 means thank you very much.
谢谢你.
谢谢你. And
谢谢你.
Let's think about something. I could just make a bunch of random noises and pretend that it's actual Chinese and just convince you that I speak Chinese there. But yeah, that's it for me. 老师.
Lasha. Oh, that's teacher. Lasha. 谢谢你, Lasha.
谢谢你, 老师. 你好吗? Ni hao ma is like, how are you? 我很好. I want that one. Julie Shifu means please stop the taxi there.
You see, you thought you were just here for Black History Month, but actually we were learning Chinese as well. That's stealth by learning.
We'll
Thank you very much, everyone.
Asian History Month.
Don't forget that if you want to get your swag, tell your teacher that you finished both of your challenges and tell your teacher to respond to the email and get your swag sent to the school. Thank you very much. And we'll see you on the next one, Mr. Mikey.
Yes, indeed. Thanks, guys.